Welcome, friends. I take it Y'shtola has apprised you of the situation. Let's waste no time then. According to our best intelligence, the Hagen had not crystals enough to summon their god. Alas, we did not count on the Serpent Reavers venturing as far as Thanalan to supplement their cache. For our short-sightedness, we are faced with the grim prospect of Leviathan's imminent return. Needless to say, I am not inclined to let the fishbacks have their way. Even as we speak, the Maelstrom makes ready to launch a large-scale operation to thwart the summoning, and we would welcome the Scion's support in this endeavor. But if, God forbid, our efforts should come to naught, I will need to trouble you for more than mere support, much as I did when Titan last walked these lands. Lady Minfilia, I am given to understand that you mean to accompany our soldiers to the front lines. I can only assume that you have sound reason for doing so. I do, Admiral, but I would rather not be drawn on their nature. I will say only that there is something I would see with mine own eyes. Ooh. Is that so? Well, I'm not so stubborn as to deny the wish of one whose aid I require, but precautions must be taken. I shall require that you remain by my side at all times. With that settled, let's speak of the operation. Gave no room for objection. Sergeant Ulysses, I'm a sergeant, baby. Our scouts are currently reconnoitering Sahagin movements with the Sapsa spawning grounds. Upon completing their mission, they will return to the operations staging point at Camp Skull Valley. I want you to make your way there forthwith that you might be apprised of the latest intelligence. Commander Falk Brita has charge of the garrison. Yes, ma'am. Not sure if that's frustrating. Yeah, they don't look happy. Thrice damned fishback bastards. I'll kill them slowly and then chase their rotten souls through all 7 hells. Mother and mother. Peace, Commander. We are here for a purpose, and vengeance is not it. I want your mind on the task at hand. Savvy. My apologies, Admiral. You may count on me to keep a clear head. Good. According to our sole surviving scout, the Sahagin and their thralls have already begun to amass the Aetheryte in the depths of Sapsa. If we are to act, it must be now. The men are ready. We but await your orders, Admiral. As predicted, the Sahagin have tightened security in and around the spawning grounds. A frontal assault is like to be met with fierce resistance. We are not so artless as that, Commander. We shall divide our forces and strike them hard and fast at key locations. Remember, our ultimate objective is to take the Sapsa Aetheryte and eliminate the Sahagin priests presiding over the summoning. We are not here to kill them all. The Maelstrom shall engage and distract the Sahagin's legion of drowned pirates at the Serpent's Tongue. Commander, you have charge over this effort. Be mindful that the lay of the land there is devilish for attacking forces. Let the foreign levies spearhead the assault and have subsequent units fan out to cover their flanks. At the same moment, a diversionary squadron formed of galleons from the Crimson Fleet shall harry the enemy from offshore. In likewise, we Scions shall form smaller units in hopes of confusing the Sahagin defensive effort. Twerk and Y'shtola, the two of you are to make your way to the site of the summoning ritual. The Admiral's diversion should serve to thin the enemy's defenses, rendering your path less perilous. What I appreciate about this right now is that it's not just like, ooh, another small strike force goes in, takes care of, like, this is a fucking, like, battle that's happening. There are ships, there are soldiers, battalions of them, like, this is a battle. I appreciate that. It's not just another, we need a small group to infiltrate and do the thing. A small party, I believe, should be able to win without drawing unwarranted attention. Thancred and Yugiri, your mission is to lure as many Sahagin as possible out of the spawning grounds. Having done so, take to your heels and circle around to join the infiltration unit of Y'shtola and Twerk. When all has been set in motion, I myself shall cut a path to the Aetheryte accompanied by Lady Minfilia as we agreed. Well, don't let me keep you, friends. To battle! Oh, I guess we're running. When last did we fight side by side, Twerk? Too long ago, I warrant. But come, let us away. Ah, two Mikotes. It's so pretty. Yeah. Oh, they're not on our side.
Damn them. They have made thralls of soldiers and civilians both.
Did I miss much?
My boy! My boy! Oh! Okay, I want to be a ninja.
That's how you fight in the Far East. Mental note: pick no quarrel with Domans.
I'm ready. I'm ready to pick up ninja.
If I am to keep up, I must needs forsake elegance for efficiency.
Oh? That was awesome! I did something to Yagiri too. Okay. 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 Now I understand why Thancred gets so much ass. I understand now. I understand now. I understand now. That was so fucking cool, dude. We get to it just in time. Oh, I can take them all. Don't worry. Only prominence. Admiral? Admiral.
You'll forgive me my lateness.
You are forgiven, my Admiral. Pirate mother.
I've been something of a liability of late, I know. 'Tis high time I set about making amends.
Fucking A.
Long have you shriveled swordwalkers tormented our kind.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
But no more! Your time is at an end! You shall perish with salt in your wounds and sea in your lungs.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Lord of the world, hearken to our plea. Lord of the world, deliver us from our misery.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel that?
Yeah, maybe we should fight them. Let's just not stand there. Uh-oh.
I know this sensation. It's the echo.
What?
Uh-huh.
Ah!
Thank you. Oh, no.
7 hells.
Strike me down if you will. It is futile. I have mastered the gift. I am eternal. O mighty Leviathan, ruler of the seas, born of waters primordial, I offer unto you this frail flesh, that you might grant your faithful servants deliverance.
Is that how the Asians lives? Because they've mastered the echo?
I beseech you, come forth!
Die, damn you!
Thank you, Admiral. I love her.
Foolish shorewalker! You cannot kill that which is eternal!
Heavens forfend.
Oh, we're in danger.
Damn it all!
My being ebbs away. It should by right be infinite.
Ooh.
Am I not immortal? Curse you, emissary! You promised me everlasting.
Leviathan doing something? Or it just couldn't handle it? Priest was not built different.
Where did he go?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
What say you? Nary a single ship? Hells take that sea demon. Gather
just-
the survivors and get to shore.
Yeah, he
Leave
fucked
the
them all
wrecks
up.
for the pirates. Leviathan wastes no time. The diversionary squadron is lost. For a mercy, 'twould seem the Primal now makes for open sea. But why does he not press his advantage? Unless...
Huh?
God save us. He means to unleash a tidal wave. There used to be a hamlet beyond South Tidegate in western La Noscia. Halfstone, 'twas called.
La Noscia. I have been mispronouncing La Noscia for a very long time. To be fair, no one in the game has said it. So, you know, now we know. La Noscia. Oopies.
Some years prior to the Maelstrom's founding, Leviathan rose from the briny depths and set about unleashing watery hell upon us. On that occasion, the company of heroes put him down before he could do too much damage.
Interesting.
But when the bastard came next, this time in the wake of the calamity, we were not so fortunate. Weary of ravaging our shoreline, he summoned a tidal wave which fair leveled Halfstone and washed the soil away for good measure.
The area was subsequently occupied by the Sahagin.
Ooh.
Aye, The thrice-damned creatures transformed it into a spawning ground for their brood. Given the quantity of crystals stolen to feed him and his legion of thralls, we can be fairly sure that Leviathan is stronger now than in his previous incarnations.
Well, that's good for us.
If that sea demon is left to wreak havoc, what befell Hearthstone may well befall a larger settlement, even Limsa. That cannot happen. The primal must be stopped.
Agreed.
That was ever our objective, Admiral. But how are we to achieve it? The sea is Leviathan's uncontested domain. The ships of the 3rd Squadron could not close to within 100 yards of the primal, nor could their cannons pierce his defenses.
I have read the reports, Master Thancred. Our warships may as well have been bloody pleasure barges for all the good they did. 7 hells! Is there no way that we might strike back?
The company of heroes defeated Leviathan, having first lured him into an inlet, but we must needs contend with him upon the open sea. It will avail us little to consult past experience.
Yeah, probably. You're right on that one.
Admiral, if I may.
Ooh.
Speak freely, Marshal.
By all accounts, Leviathan's most formidable weapon is the very sea itself. Waves and whirlpools, tides and currents, all these things are his to command. The key to victory, I believe, lies in disarming our foe.
And so how do you remove him from the sea, or remove the sea from
This,
him?
in effect, is what the company of heroes achieve with their ruse. We cannot lure Leviathan from the sea a second time. But what if we could weaken his hold upon the element of water? I have heard of devices capable of such wonders. They draw upon the power of corrupted crystals, I am told. If mounted upon a ship, such a device might be used to prevent Leviathan from bringing the full force of the sea to bear against us, rendering him no more dangerous than any other sea serpent.
Yeah, because those aren't dangerous.
Of course! Sid built a similar device to grant the
yep.
Enterprise safe passage through
Yep.
Garuda's Tempest, did he not?
Yeah, he did. Well, it was more of a group effort, okay? Like, I helped a lot, all right? It wasn't just Sid. I helped a lot. I'm also smart.
Begging your pardon, my lady, but to give credit where it's due, this is something I heard from an old arcanist friend of mine.
It makes little difference who thought of it first, so long
Yeah.
as it works.
Yeah.
Beg the specifications of this device from your friend, and I shall pass them on to our people at Naldic and Vermelis. But before we proceed any further, I would voice one concern. Piercing Garuda's defenses is one thing. Suppressing Leviathan's attacks, quite another.
Good point. Good point.
In matters of science,
Yeah.
I am as a babbling babe.
You are definitely a
I
babe.
cannot well imagine that such a feat would be possible without a veritable mountain of corrupted crystals. The question being, do we have a ship big enough to bear such a burden?
Mayhap not, Admiral, but two might. Recall you the tale of Mistbeard's greatest haul? It is said that he lashed 2 ships together, side by side, the better to bear his plunder. By your leave, we might attempt to repeat the trick. The gods know it would be quicker than building a new vessel.
Mistbeard did this. Truly, Marshal, upon the subject of the Pirate King, you are as a scholar.
Now, from what I have gleaned of these matters,
That
the
look.
device will need to be in close and constant proximity to the target. To wit, we must lash our twin vessel to Leviathan.
I feel like the voice actor for him as voiced somebody else in ARR, it sounds actually kind of similar to Sid, I'm not gonna lie.
This in itself will be no small feat. Ramming speed will be required.
Ramming
but given
speed.
the weight of the cargo,
My favorite.
that will only be attainable with the aid of a towing vessel.
Oh yeah, brother.
Suffice it to say, the task of piloting said vessel will entail considerable danger, and I would not ask it of another. I volunteer myself.
Let's go, Marshal. Respect.
Will be dangerous for all involved, but we have no better recourse. Very well. Commodore, assemble the remnants of the fleet at Morabee Bay. Give priority to our soundest vessels. The repairs can wait.
This is fun.
Storm Marshal Slafierson, command of the operation is yours. I want that twin vessel ready to sail post-haste.
Lafierson. Cool.
At once, Admiral.
And
It's hard to tell
then
what
there
that
is the
look
small
meant.
matter of slaying the beast. The fate of Limsa Lominsa rests upon your shoulders once again. Go well, warrior of light.
Oh, it's me again? Yeah, all right, I can do that again. I guess I've killed more primals here than anybody else has. That's fine. That's fine, I understand. I'm kind of the primal expert here. Beings held as gods also exist in what you call the Far East. Legend tells that they walked among us in days of yore, but I confess that I never truly believed them. That I should live to behold one is humbling and horrifying in equal measure. Now that I've come to face with the primal, I do begin to understand why the Garleans fear them so. Hello? What is it? A message, Admiral. I judged it best that it be delivered at once. I am listening. According to the Yellow Jackets, a man has appeared who claims to have defeated Leviathan. Wait, what? One of the company of heroes? The details are yet hazy, Admiral. We have dispatched one of our own to question the individual. I'm disinclined to put any store by this claim, and even should it be true, it is, as Y'shtola said, none save the company of heroes have bested Leviathan. And we know how they went about it. If this man is of their number, what could he tell us that we do not know already? And yet, having wagered limbs of survival on 2 ships, some rope, and a pile of crystals, can we afford to ignore this man? If his testimony could yield us any manner of advantage, should we not hear it? Damn it all. The twin vessel will soon be ready, and we have no time to wait for the Maelstrom's report on the supposed Primal Slayer's claim. Twerk, seek him out and learn what he knows. At the very least, it will spare you the torment of waiting for the reckoning in idleness. You got it, Admiral. The man you are looking for is believed to be the resident of the Grey Fleet in Lower Lanosha. The Storm private sent to question him should already be in the vicinity. May your journey prove fruitful. Now look here, you'll have your bloody sword right after you carry those sacks of grain over to the mill. See, when we were getting his help for Titan, he had us do similar things. He was like, go do this for me, go do that for me, and then I'll tell you. But sir, that's what you said before you had me pick those oranges for you. And before I mucked out the chocobo salts, and before I rolled that millstone over to the mill, and also before... double cheeked up. Gods, man, I've worked 3 days straight without a wink of sleep. 3 days! And do you hear me complaining? But I suppose some of us just ain't made for the rougher stuff. Alright, I'll give you what you want. Never let me say that old Tractum ain't a generous soul. Now prick up your ears, because I won't be repeating myself. Too modest, see? Besides, there's only so much epicness a man can take in one sitting, you can? We're talking about epicness giving... Sorry. In one sitting? The tale of Tractum's epic victory of the dread primal, Leviathan. Leviathan. Now, Leviathan is huge, make no mistake. To give you an idea how big, each of his scales is about as wide across as me members long. And that's no mean feat, let me tell you. As me members long. Is he talking about what I think he's talking about? When I fought him, I could barely see for all the brine he was pelting me with. Must have been a lagoon's worth at least. He even knocked me trusty axe out of me hands at one stage. Of course, that proved to be a grave mistake. What happened next? Why, I grabbed him by the tail and tied him up in knots. Hercules? But not wanting to take all the glory for myself, I let me mates in the company of heroes handle the rest. Like I said, I'm modest as well as heroic. Mayhap too modest. Now, there's some that say you can never truly beat Leviathan, that you've got to learn to live with them and make the best of a bad situation. Not the company, though. The double take. It's you. I'm sorry, I didn't mean I was enjoying the attention. It's all. I take back everything I said. This fucker. I was never part of the company of heroes. I'm no marauder. I'm actually a complete coward. I'm nothing. I'm Chocobo Dung. No, I'm the maggots you find wriggling. They're just raw and wriggling. In Chocobo Dung, I have to lie to women to tumble them, and that don't happen much. My member is tiny. It's pathetic. There's probably a sock or two stuffed in there. This private's so confused. I sure as hell didn't fight Leviathan, but I have seen him with my own eyes. 'Twas a fair a few years back when I was working as a baker's hand. I was shirking me duties one day, loitering about the harbor when I saw it. A great, big, massive sea serpent some miles off the coast, with a fleet of galleons making straight for it, cannons firing. I was so bloody scared, I soiled myself right there and then. What? Oh God, just remember that day made me soil myself all over again. Hey, wait, if you're asking what Leviathan is, it means you're planning to fight him, ain't you? Well, take care. He really is terrible. Dreadful, I tell you. If you're not careful, you'll end up in his gullet or at the bottom of the sea. Why, you worthless, lying whoreson. I can't believe you made me handle Chocobo Dung. Twerk, this is Menphilia. Were you able to learn aught of use against Leviathan? I beg your pardon? Leviathan? I see. That is unfortunate. At any rate, I have tidings for you. The twin vessel is now complete. Let's go. We await you at the Morabay dry docks. Pray make your way here as soon as you are able. Pray drink. Drinking game. Drink every time someone says pray. Ah, I know that look. You are ready. Having been constructed in some haste, the World Eater may not be pretty, but I assure you, she's capable. She has been fitted with what our friends at Naldik and Vimelis are calling an elemental converter. Assuming the thing works, it will use the power of the corrupted crystals on board to rob Leviathan of his hold over water. Depending on how the battle unfolds, you may well need to activate the device manually. Keep that in mind. Ooh. It is expected that the Sahagin and their thralls will attempt to come to Leviathan's defense. Accordingly, the Maelstrom will once again employ diversions. Thancred and Y'shtola, I would have you assist in this effort. If it is to fulfill its purpose, your diversionary force must not want for numbers. By your leave, I too would volunteer my blade. We would welcome it. Having seen you fight in Sapsa, I dare say the fishbacks will find your presence highly diverting. Thancred and Y'shtola, if you would join the 3rd Levy and Lady Ugiri, the 5th. But what words have I for the man who has made a sport of slaying gods? Slaying gods and slaying only these. Go warily, for the sea is an unforgiving place to wage war. May the navigator guide you through the storm, warrior of light. I would echo the Admiral's sentiments and add a few words of my own. Know that we all have the utmost faith in you, Twert. May the crystal bless you and keep you. Meow, 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 meow. The Whirl Eater, hard, now accessible. Oh my goodness. Look at this ship. Pull in another ship. 2 ships. Shake and bake. Slingshot us. Shake and bake. Ooh, no. That's so cool. Oh, that's such like a cool arena here that we're rocking. Oh, I'm so here for this. I'm so here for this. The vibes right now, the lighting. Can I get it to move it? Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah, that's right. Get wrecked, nerd. Look, I'm not gonna lie, that was really cool. Cool! That was so cool!
What is this music? The music fucking rocks right here.
We Lominsons are sworn to strive, till sea swallows all.
Till sea swallows
And
all, baby.
swallow all it would have had Leviathan
Hope.
prevailed. That we still strive now, we owe in no small part to you.
It was a group effort. It was a group effort.
Not for the first time, you have delivered Limsa Lominsa from the wrath of a primal. Never has our nation known a stouter ally.
Oh, I'm Maelstrom till I die, Admiral. Mommy.
On behalf of my people, I give you my humblest thanks.
Milady.
'Tis meet that I give thanks to old Mistbeard, too, for his fine solution. Whatever else he may have been, 'tis clear he was a resourceful soul. Would that I had a man like him in my service.
Hold up now. Hold up now. Yeah, was this guy Mistbeard all along? He was Mistbeard all along.
Before I set foot in these lands, I had no inkling that the people of Eorzea contended with such mighty foes. Suffice it to say,
I love
their
it.
existence came as something of a shock, as did the idea that they could be defeated.
I love it that he was Mistbeard in his pirate days. Amazing.
This experience has served to remind me of the vastness of the world and the boundless potential of man.
Yugiri, I like you. I like you a
Though
lot.
I am but a refugee in this realm, I would fain be of use to you in your fight. Know that I am tutored in one of the foremost combat arts of the Far East. It may seem outlandish to the Eorzean eye, but should any of your people care to learn, I would be pleased to initiate them.
And now, I'm assuming this means you could unlock Ninja in the patch. I mean, it's unlocked now, like, obviously at this point in time, but back then, I'm assuming that this unlocked Ninja. That's cool.
And I will see to it that they are grateful. I have no doubt that your knowledge and skills will serve us well.
Is this the first Aura that we've met? First Aura NPC that we've met in the game? I don't think there has been another one, has there? I just kind of had that realization as to like why she's staying covered is because I don't think we've met an Aura before. Yes. You don't know she's an Aura? I'm just saying, like, with the ears / horns and then the tail, like...
Besides, your art is not so outlandish as you think. Would you not agree, Master Thancred?
Thancred!
Naught escapes your searching eye, Admiral. Few are privy to this information, but Limsa Lominsa is home to a certain secret fraternity. Its members are trained in a form of combat not unlike your own.
The rogues.
By my judgment, it should not be beyond such individuals to adapt to the techniques I witnessed you employing with such admirable deftness.
That's so cool.
I am heartened to hear this. I too noted a kinship between your style and mine own, though it seemed to me that you fought differently in the beginning.
I suppose I did. What can I say? I'm a man of many talents.
Though you may labor to believe it, Thancred was once something of a scoundrel who fraternized with the criminal class in these parts.
Are we saying was? Thancred is still a scoundrel, and the best, like, he's a scoundrel just like Han Solo's a scoundrel. Scoundrel. I like the sound of that.
Yestola! You jest, of course.
But for a chance encounter with Alphino's grandsire, he might never have left Limsa Lominsa, or received an education in Sharlayan, or taken up his post in Uldar, which is where he trained in the blade, lest you wonder.
Look at the look on his face right now.
Ophelia, please.
Oh, we're getting so much Thancred lore right now, and I love it.
It would seem there is more to you than meets the eye, Master Thancred.
Careful, careful, careful. You're careful, Yagiri. Careful.
Lady Yugiri, I am told that you and yours came to Eorzea seeking permanent resettlement, and that many domins have since been engaged as frontier hands at Revenant's Toll. Morderna is many things, but a place of refuge it is not.
You gotta take what you can get, though, Admiral.
Know that I would like nothing better than to furnish your people with a new home here on Lominsan soil. Alas, racked by instability as we are, our nation is in no fit state to take you in.
Uh-huh. So what else are you gonna do, then? What else are you gonna offer?
Yet I'll not have it said that we turned a blind eye to your suffering. Until such time as we can do more, I pledge to send provisions.
Let's go.
We are in your debt, Admiral. I realize that it scarce qualifies as repayment, but if it please you, I shall set about sharing my martial knowledge with your people at once.
Fucking love to see it. Fucking love to see it. Ooh.
You wished a word in private.
The better not to spoil the festive mood.
Uh-huh.
History repeats itself, Admiral. As the kobolds did before them, the Sahagin resorted to summoning their god over a territorial feud. They acted in self-preservation.
Yestola?
It may be that the Sahagin initiated this particular clash, but how it begins does not interest me so much as how it ends.
Ooh.
I have not forgotten our conversation, Y'ashtola. I am aware that man bears part of the blame for the Primal's existence. Nor am I ignorant of the Sahagins' reason for acting. They sought to secure a place to breed and multiply that their kind might survive. Self-preservation, as you say.
Mm-hmm.
But we have as much right to live and thrive as they. If our own survival is threatened, are we to lay down our arms and welcome oblivion? Nay.
I mean, no, but maybe you could, like, have peace?
And so you kill, that you might live. Yet if living is a right, then that right belongs to all peoples, be they men or beastmen.
Y'shtola, I love you. Yes, ma'am.
I'll not deny your reasoning. But when a storm gathers, it falls to me to see my people safely through it. That is my duty, and I shall do it.
Okay, but what if you found a way to prevent the storms from happening in the first place? What if? What if?
As must we all, Admiral. Stay the course then, but know that it will lead to no good end.
What if the real storms were the friends we made along the way?
Man has ever put himself first and foremost.
Unfortunately.
To justify his actions, he clads himself in the armor of righteousness, though it be a fancy of his own making. In this, mayhap the Garleans and we Domans are not so different.
Eorzea has become as a raging sea. If we are to keep our heads above the waves, we cannot scruple to drown the man next to us. When hopes of coexistence founder, strength must determine who has the greater right to live.
Okay, but there might be, what about the attempts at coexistence? Not just hopes of coexistence. What about the attempts of coexistence, huh? I hear what you're saying, Admiral. However, have we tried negotiations? You tried sending a couple of Jedi into the Trade Federation to negotiate a peace and end the blockade of Naboo. Have you tried that yet? The Lala bots! We've seen the Lala bots! They do exist! They do exist! It's not just a myth! So you're the man the Admiral sent word of. I was hoping I might catch a glimpse of Thancred too. Been a while since I saw his shit-eating grin. That's one of my favorite sayings, someone having a shit-eating grin. I love that one. But what with all the doe-eyed wenches about, I expect he's got his hands full. Yep, that's true. Ah, and you must be the far Easterner what Merlvib says wants to train with us. Welcome to Limsa, milady. I am Yugiri of Doma. 'Tis an honor to make your acquaintance. I must confess, when first I learned of your organization, I had certain preconceptions as to the nature of your membership. It would seem I was mistaken. You're not the first person to say that, lass. Limsa's a city of pirates, to be sure, and pirates don't give two farts about keeping a spotless reputation. They hardly need a secret society to do their dirty work. Might be as my people and I keep the shadows, but we've got nothing to be ashamed of. It's simply better for business that we remain unseen. And so you have developed fighting techniques suited to this purpose, I see. Know that the practitioners of my art too are denizens of shadow. 'Tis in stealth that our strength lies. There's much we might learn from one another, I think. Then what in the seven hells are we waiting for? If you come with us, you Gary of do what's it? Bruh, come on. We can get acquainted in more private surrounds? Huh, that didn't come out right, did it? No, it didn't. Weirdo. Master at work, I shall remain with these people for a time that I might study their ways. Though I am loath to be separated from my countrymen, I take solace in the knowledge that they are in the best of hands. You have been a true friend to us Domans. No words would suffice to express my gratitude. Ere long, I hope to begin imparting my martial knowledge to the people of Eorzea. When that time comes, it would be my honor to welcome you as a student, you Giri. The game's giving me, I feel like, a good story reason to take up being a ninja. Like it hasn't for any other job. It's giving me a good story, like story reason, more of just like a reason. A reason. Just like, hey, here's an NPC that can teach you to be a ninja, and she wants to teach you how to be a ninja when you want to do it. It's like, okay, I'm down.
I have been reflecting upon the events which took place during our visit to Vilbrand.
Voice acting drink.
If you have a moment, I would share my conclusions with you. Please, bear with me.
I always have a moment for you, Minfilia.
When the Sahagin Elder summoned Leviathan, he employed the power we have come to know as the Echo. Though I cannot well explain the how of it, it would seem he became immortal in so doing.
Kind of.
When the Admiral subsequently slew him, his spirit emerged from his lifeless flesh, a consciousness shorn of physical form. Thus transfigured, he took up residence in the body of his minion with the ease of a man donning a favorite glove.
Oh.
Long have I known that the Echo allows one to pass through the walls of a man's soul. But never did I imagine that it could free us from our own flesh, nor less that our souls could then occupy the next corporeal vessel to take our fancy.
Again, it sounds pretty similar to what the Ascians do, because the Ascians seem to be like immortal, but then they possess, physical bodies, like Thancred. So it does feel like that's kind of where that was at.
It was of this that Elidibus spoke, an existence which knows neither cessation nor oblivion.
What does cessation mean again?
And yet, though the Sahagin had mastered his gift and thereby become immortal, he was by no means invulnerable.
Ending, thank you, stop, got it. Ceasing, cessation, got it, perfect, thank you, appreciate it.
As we both bore witness, he was ultimately absorbed into Leviathan.
Yeah.
And the import of this observation? If the Ascians' mode of existence is indeed the same, it can be inferred that they too are not invulnerable, that they can be destroyed.
Yeah, they could be absorbed.
There exists a legend which tells of souls who are reborn upon the cusp of each umbral calamity, that they might stay the encroaching darkness.
Oh?
To most, it is but a fairy tale, yet recent events have given me cause to wonder. Could the legend in fact refer to the Echo? Much and more yet remains unknown, but I am confident that all will become clear in time. For the present, however, what matters is that the key to defeating the Ascians may at last be within sight. With Urianger's aid, it is my hope that I shall fathom this matter ere long.
Let's go. Oh. Speaking of.
Oh, I was just about to send for you, my friend. Is Artemis?
Yeah, everything cool?
Grave
cool.
tidings from the Sharlayan motherland, my lady. It doth concern our distant allies, the students of Valdesian.
Yeah, we're getting the confirmation.
What of them?
My lady, the Isle of Val, which for many years hath been the Order's home, is no more.
Wait, the whole island?
No more? Whatever do you mean?
Yeah.
I relate only that which hath been conveyed unto me by our agents. An etheric wave of the highest magnitude was recorded in the region. Soon thereafter, 'twas observed that the isle had ceased to be.
It got Alderaan.
'Tis postulated that a magic was evoked, like in power to Ultima.
It got Alderaan. But like power to Ultima, we just... Oh.
12th Reserve.
but we stopped. Ultima. What could it have been then? Oh.
If there are no other matters, I move that today's meeting be adjourned.
Why are we cutting over here, huh? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I knew I didn't trust this little guy.
It is done, my lord. Forgive my impertinence, my lord, but these orders, I am uncertain as to what end they serve.
Revolution.
Oh, no. I knew I didn't trust that little shit. I knew I shouldn't trust him.